Let's go now to Jim Riggleman, who's talking about this Nationals 10-0 shutout of the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a great performance. I know you all are anxious to get in there and talk to him, but I really can't say much about it other than what you saw. I mean, he was just kind of vintage Levo there. He was hitting his spots, good breaking ball, changing speeds, just really. He just had it all going, and we played good defense behind him. So he was just completely in control tonight.
On like that and just cruising along and working fast, how much does that rub off on everyone else, whether it's the defense, the guys in the dugout, just kind of keeping everyone's energy?
Well, yeah, when he's going like that, I think it's encouraging for everybody. Just sees that he's that sharp, and let's get him a little something to work with and win this ball game. Because he was real sharp from the get-go. Just minimal pitches in the first inning and carried that right on through in the second, and it sets the tone, that's for sure.
You've been talking for a while about how you just got to keep putting guys on base. Hits are eventually going to start falling in. Do you feel like that trend is starting to change?
I think we're moving in that direction, certainly. We got some ground to make up, but a lot of good at-bats. I think it started in San Diego. Even before that, a little bit in Arizona. We had in each place, Arizona, one in San Francisco, and a couple games in San Diego. I thought we had some real good at-bats, and we brought that here to this series, to this point. We've had some really good at-bats and extended some innings.
Do you think the position players are more relaxed at the plate since Zim's been back?
I think it's just encouraging for everybody. I don't know. I think that's, again, a good question to ask the players. But, the Major League Ball players, they're taking care of their own business at their own positions. And, certainly when you get a guy like Ryan Zimmerman back in your lineup, it just makes you feel like a better ball club. And so, whether that carries over into other guys at bats, some of that depends on how good the other guy's throwing out there that day.
Just overall, how satisfying is it to win a game like this where you pretty much dominated offensively, defensively, and pitching?
Well, it's you just feel good that you're playing good still. We've played good with the exception of about a 1 week period there in early April. We've played outstanding defense and done the other stuff, run the bases and all that, and I think a game like that tonight. Kind of leaves a night off for your bullpen. Everybody down there who's been doing a great job was able to not have to do anything, not have to get loose or anything like that. It's just those are rare nights, and that's a good night.
Can you talk a little bit about Morse, and does his performance tonight make it any easier to deal with the loss of Burch?
Well, I'm just real happy for Mike. I feel bad for Adam that he signed on here to contribute, but he did a lot for us, and he's still doing a lot for us. He's a presence in the clubhouse still, and we look for him to get this thing straightened out and come back next year and do what he does. But in the meantime, Mike's doing a great job. Mike is seizing an opportunity here and just helping the ball club win games. He's just doing great stuff.
He's gone through hot streaks before, cold streaks. At what point, it's about a month and a half now, he's at this. At what point is it no longer a streak and this is, a legitimate thing?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not like he's, hot streaks are usually 10 days or something. He's just been real good ever since he's been back in there, and he was good throughout the spring, with the exception of about a week. He cooled off, but. This is much more than a hot streak. He's, because he's coming from that first 3 or 4 weeks of the season where he was probably, down in the 170 range or something, and he's come a long way.
Okay.